Here we are guys, it's the week after the last and we're en route. It's late afternoon on a Friday. It's a race against the traffic at the minute. Traffic's just built up, I've just hit a little traffic jam now. But we're out of Cambridge, that's the main thing. And we're actually heading the opposite way. It's nice to be going this way, nowhere near as much traffic. Life moves at a much slower pace and I can't wait to get to this new venue. It's Taswood Lake Fisheries and there's a few lakes there. I've been waiting to get down there for a while. Got some right whackers in there, some real old fish, some right characters and some big uns and all. So right, we should be there in about an hour and we'll have a look around when we get there and we'll catch up when we get there. See you soon. Right guys, we've arrived and I just got caught in a full-blown thunderstorm. I had to stand there, look. I've even got my little flip-flops on still on my socks. I'm absolutely drenched, everything got drenched. And I'm just standing in the next peg up. And it's real crucial to pick the right peg on these little waters. It's only a little lake, it's probably what, 4 acres. But there's a lot of big fish in here. And making the right choice of pegs is definitely essential, especially when you don't know the place. I've got no clue of the place whatsoever. So I'll just spin you around quickly. And I'm actually going to choose this peg. So I was going to go there, you can see I've got my ground sheet down and it just opened up. I mean, I'm drenched, everything's drenched. I just about managed to grapple this on over my bed and everything. It's still got wet. But yeah, I'm actually going to come in this one here. I think it gives me more options. There's 2 guys up here to the right. They're nice old boys, I've been speaking to them. But I think it just gives me more options here. I've seen a little bit of carpy action, a couple of bubbles coming up, but you know, it could be an underwater spring or some bream. I'm not to know, don't quite know what's in here, but I'm sure we'll find out. First impressions, beautiful looking little lake considering it's autumn. It looks a bit special, a little bit smaller than I thought, but you know, I chose to fish a small intimate water this time. See a little bit of fizzing coming up there, out towards that giant patch of lily pads. Another nice thing, the place is completely auto fenced, look. So it's nice to know none of them little blighters have been in here, innit? You don't want to be fishing for ghosts, you want to know what's in here is in here, don't you? So I'm waiting to crack on. I'm about to knock a bit of bait up and then get the bivvy up and think about finding some spots. So yeah, we'll switch the camera back on when I decide what I'm going to do and we'll catch up then. I've found a couple of new spots now across the far margin there. So I'm just heading back to the van and getting a couple of gripper leads, just because it can be a bit of a steep shelf over the back there from what I found. Don't want myself rolling down the hill, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I thought I'd take you guys for a little walk. It's quite a nice little surrounding, you know. Get away from it all. The air's proper fresh down here. Not like that old smoggy London air. Cool. Gets a lot colder down here as well. Last night blowing smoke out my mouth for the first time this year. But happy days, get on the grippers. Hopefully we'll pinch a day bite. It's fishing tricky, you never know. Well, as you can see, eventually the traps are set. 2 leads, 1 rig, and 15 casts later, they're fishing. So I took them right close to the margin, and I'm talking close. These fish, every fish I've seen since I've been here, they're literally 6 inches off the bank. It's a real steep dropping bank around here, all the way around the outer edge there. Even on the edge of them lilies, right there, they drop down to like 9 foot in places. So I've got one just in the corner, right there, and then one right on the edge of that willow, but further in than the willow in fact. And what I'm actually doing, I'm hitting clip just off the bank, but because of the swing back though, it's still dropping in deep water, so I'm just stretching my arm out and extending the rod as far as I can to stop the swing back being so severe. And both of them I've managed to land on tiny little ledges. One's in, the right hand rod is in about, I'm going to say 8 foot of water, and the left hand rod probably similar, maybe 7 or 8. So yeah, feeling confident now. They've been set for what, probably hour and a half, 2 hours now. We're in the afternoon, early afternoon. It took a long while to get the rods reset. I've still got the big baited spot for this evening that I'll probably drop a rod or two on tonight. So feeling optimistic, I guess. But 2 guys further down, I've been speaking to them this morning. They just left. They've done 3 nights and they didn't get a bite between them. So it's not looking good. It's obviously fishing very tricky, and I got told it's a lot trickier than I think, to be fair. It's not doing many fish at all. So it's going to be a right grueler trying to get a bite out of here, but just one bite will give me a bit of confidence if I can just nick one bite. Look, it looks glorious out there now. Sun's come back out. Weather's all over the place. These big winds and low pressure, it's bang on for carp, to be fair. Yeah, apparently it doesn't do many day bites, more evening bites. So I'm still constantly combing the area, trying to find out little bits of information, whether it be speaking to members or just watching the water, constantly paying attention. So other than that, here's my early afternoon dinner. Got a stir fry and I'm starving. It's been a bit of a long morning, to say the least, trying to crack this code on this tricky little water. All I've had today is 3 Weetabix. It's no good, we've got to get some lunch down us, haven't we? Brain food. So this is like Chinese pork. Got it from Tesco, it's pretty nice actually, it smells amazing. It smells pretty similar to the steaks you get, you know, the barbecue Chinese steaks. They've all shredded it up. In fact, I better put this in. So here's my banquet of vegetables. Got bean sprouts on there, mushrooms, some peppers. In we go with that. Actually, need a bit more cooking oil. Oh! Oh! Sorry, I might have just been pointing the camera to the floor there. Liner. I'm fishing proper locked up on them 2. It was just a liner, but maybe there's some fish coming into the area. Anyway, drizzle more oil on there. Not too much. But we want to be frying the vegetables. We don't want to be dry boiling them, do we? So yeah, I'll stir all this in. Hopefully this will all shrink down and it'll fit in the pan a little better. Not having no noodles with it. Gonna leave the carbs alone. I'm being good. Just vegetables and meat today, getting all over it. Right, I'm gonna sort this out and chow down. And we'll catch up early evening. See you in a bit. Howdy people. Obviously it's pitch black. Didn't get a early evening update, so you're getting a late evening update. Thought I'd fill you in and let you know where we're at the minute with the rods and that. I pulled one out of the margin now, so I've still got one in the margin. I pulled one back on the baited spot from last night. Obviously nothing carpy's happened whatsoever. Reason for the lack of evening update this evening was I got talking bait with another guy who runs a bait company, and he's a well-known guy, and his company's taken off in a successful way, which is good to hear. These small bait companies making it, it's all good in the hood, isn't it? It's hard work and dedication to get it where it was, and or where it is now. So hats off to him. And we got talking bait and ingredients and carp fishing, and you know how it is on the bank, you're talking crap for hours, isn't you? And obviously the nights are drawing in, quickly slipped away from me. So I just reset the right hand rod probably 10 minutes ago in the pitch black. It's an easy cast, it's only like 13 wraps out or so. So happy days on that. The spot's definitely been cleaned since last night. 2 rods fishing. I will recast the left hand rod tomorrow morning and put it right on the little hot spot. Now no one's next door, I can do that. So feeling hopeful. Been here probably what, just over 24 hours now, 26 hours. Still trying to crack the code on this tricky lake. I'm getting there. I'm tapping in. I'm getting closer and closer and closer. And it's a tricky little nut to crack, this one. Also, a lot of the fish ain't in here that are meant to be in here. I've been hearing a few bad stories, to be honest. Bit disappointed. Obviously the 40 ain't in here that I'm here for, the 40 pound ghosty. But there is another backup ghosty that's up at 30, so that'll do nicely. But yeah, so it's a bit shit really. I'm fishing for ghosts that are no longer alive, you know. And apparently the website ain't been updated for like 7 or 8 years. So they should really update that, because it's a bit misleading, you know. I've travelled a long way to get here to fish for fish that you know, has sadly passed on 4 or 5 years ago. But other than that, it's a nice place. Apart from this lake is absolutely stacked full of snotties. There's bream everywhere. The carp don't feed in open water here, so it's tricky. And the ledges around a lot of the lake just drop off straight to like 12-14 foot, so it's hard to present a bait in close to the margins. It's I'm going to say it's a clear bait boat water, which I don't use. So will I come back now I've summed everything up? No, I won't. It's a nice place. Facilities are nice. It's set in a nice area of England, but it's just not my cup of tea. It's clearly a bait boat lake. The fish can get in out of bounds areas. You can only get there with a bait boat. It's impossible to cast there through overhanging branches and whatnot, and that's just not for me really. So not taking it out of the place, you know, it's enjoyable, but for me, I don't use bait boats, so it's not for me. And the fish literally just don't feed in open water. These carp are not normal carp. Every carp, I might have mentioned it earlier, every carp I've seen show have been 6 inches off the bank, wherever it is. Yeah, sorry, the battery just ran out there. God knows why. Let's check this lens. Yeah, we're good to go. As I was saying, yeah, the carp are just so close to the edge, maybe like 6 to 10 inches. It's crazy. So it's hard to present a bait amongst them, and yeah, just a bit cagey, real cagey in fact. I know the fish are cagey generally this time of year, September time, coming in October, but it's hard to catch fish that don't want to get their heads down in open water, in it. So a bit of a shame there, you know. We still might pinch a bite. It's still early days, to be honest. We're only what, 27 hours into the session, so something could still happen. It'd be nice to go out with a bang and get one of the big uns, because I don't think I'll be back ever. You never know, if I get 2 fish in a night, I might be back. I might change my mind, eh? But other than that, I'm going to kick back now. I'm going to watch some carp fishing on YouTube. The new Carl and Alex little carp things out, so I'll have a butch on that. Yep, I'm human. I do watch Carl and Alex. So kick back, kettle time, Carl and Alex, catch you in the morning. Well guys, I'll give you a quick update. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and the rain's finally let off. It's been tipping it down all night, I mean like next level. And we're rounding to a new peg. I decided it weren't planned, just on the spot, just to pack up and get on the move. I've got all the essentials on the barrel. Everything will stay on there that I don't need. And I just went round to the van, grabbed the big heavy rods and the little brolly. Took my big heavy bivvy back and my light rods. So I've got all the essentials. I probably won't stop another night. I'm meant to go today, but I'm in a little intimate corner. There's been a few fish showing here. Nothing's happened around the other side. In fact, all 4 of us blanked. No one had nothing. So the story I'm hearing from this place is 98% of people don't catch. So I'm going to try and break that rate, and we're going to try and winkle one out this corner. Right, you can see I've got crap absolutely everywhere at the minute. So I'm going to flick the rods in and we'll have a chat when we do. Wow, looks like I just got set up just in time. Listen to that. Wow. Just got set up. Just stuck a bit of egg and bacon on and had a few bagels. And this has happened. Got the rods in, I think, without spooking too many fish. I'm just going for the little softly bait approach in this little corner. Just like flicking the odd half a dumbbell out here and there. Roughly about 8 little halves around each rig. So I haven't changed my tactics on this session, because I just feel like I haven't even been anywhere near a carp. But if the rods haven't gone in another hour, I'm going to change both the pop-ups and put big blatant boilies on. So we'll see how that goes down. Hopefully it won't come to that. We might finally pinch a bite on this rock hard, tricky little water. Well guys, unbelievably, we got one of these stunning old original fish. And when I say original, I mean not one of the stockies that was put in here last year. They put in 15 to 20 stockies in between 12 and 15 pound, just to try and build the numbers up. And who knows how old this common is. This lake's been here a long time. But all I know, it's an old stunning common. Not a beast by any means, but I have so much respect for this carp. And it seems to be the harder the carp are to catch, the more rewarding it is when you get them in the end. And this one here is no different. And look at this. An absolute stunning common carp. Absolute beaut. 21.5 pound or just shy of 21.5 pound. But look at that. And I found out a few new tricks this afternoon on what these carp have just been up to avoid eating our bait. And we'll have a chat about that in a bit. Look at that. The weather's been spot on this session. Pressure's been like 995. Can't ask for much more. And these carp are still giving me the run around. And that's just going to a new water, not knowing nothing about it. I now know they don't feed in open water really. If I come back again, I would definitely know what to do next time. And that's all the fun of cracking the code on these new waters. I've wanted to come here for a little while. It's a shame that I've left it a little bit too long and the big uns are gone. But there's still plenty of big uns in here, mind you. And who cares when you're catching old originals like that, look. Fish don't get quite as big down these areas. We're right down in Norwich, not far from Great Yarmouth. And, yeah, look at that. Thank you, mate. Honestly, properly made up with this common. Give me the right beat around. I could barely pick up the rod where it was ticking off so much line on a tight clutch. Properly made up, honestly. I feel like it's mission complete now. I'm glad I got on my toes and made the move, because I reckon I could have sat around there for a week and not had a bite. Right, we're going to slip this old stunner back to his home and we'll have a catch up shortly. Well guys, looks like that must be it. Time to whip these bad boys in. Nothing else happened. But you know what, who cares? Been really tricky to get that bite. So properly made up. That right hand rod, I still got the tip in the air just because I was over some lily pads. So I didn't want my line to think, you know, contour through it or nothing. So that's my thinking behind that one. You can see it's looking proper moody up there. It's just starting to spit again. So it's time to get on the road. So yeah, mission complete. Didn't blank, had a lovely old common. And next week we're going to be back on the bank. Again, somewhere I've never been before, and I've been waiting to get down there. But this time, I know it's full of big girls. There's a lot of big ones in there. So hopefully we'll get amongst them. So until then, peace out. And I'll see you on the next one.